But then we come to the real estate industry, whether that's mortgage or realtors or any facet of it. And it's like we revert back to kind of this old way of doing it. What do you think that mental hurdle is for people? You talked about tech. Well, I'm not a tech person. Well, no one is. If I could go back to, a paper calendar and steno pad, like, a flip phone, I probably would, even though I embrace this stuff and I love it. It's not natural necessarily for anybody, but I'm curious, even outside of that, what is this hurdle that we seem to not, be able to get past in using the internet and social media and these audio and video platforms to build this brand and disseminate information?
Biggest problem is our leadership in the industry, right? I mean, we give, I think the wrong people who we've deemed leaders that title or that mantle without ever challenging or watching what they've done, right? We kind of see like the spoils of what a person is. Like if you say like a big broker or top producing agent, we look at the spoils of it. But then, when you really get deep into who that person is, I mean, and like I said, at my company, at Digital Natives, we service hundreds of teams and brokerages. And you'll be fascinated when you talk to the face of the team. He or she is clueless of what they're doing, of how the business even got where it is. I mean, I have this one guy, he's out here in Philadelphia, and the guy has, I kid you not, probably 200-300 listings a month at a time.
Jeez.
That's how big it is. Like he's very big. And I never forget, I had a conversation with him and I was like, how did you do this? Like, how did you build this so big? Like, and all he could say was, I outlasted everyone between 2008 and 2010. That's it. That's all he could say. He can't give no structure, no direction, nothing behind that. But then to come find out, there are two other people who's right behind him. That's the muscle in the machine, right? It's a whole nother, I take a whole nother scenario. There's another big team we work with. He's the face and he's on podcasts. He's talking and he's sharing his information, and just the conversation of how did you do this? He can't give perspective on it, but there is a person right behind him. And me and him are very cool now. The guy right behind him is like, oh, Jay, we do this. And I'm like, why is this person the face of, I don't understand that, but that's a repeated thing in the sense of our industry. So we give leadership, that mantle of leadership, to a lot of the wrong people. But until our leadership take a behavior shift and really understand what's happening, it's always going to be this or that type scenario, right? Either you do this or you do that. And I'm like, why don't we do it all, right? Why can't we do it all, right?